Here we go, Saturday. It is day 3 of the Travelers Championship and day 4 of our Birdies for Charity interviews. Actually, I'm going to ask our producer, Carter, to step in front of the camera and wave to everybody because I've been mentioning your name all day. Just step right in front and say hello.
Yes.
Hi, look everybody. At that. That's Carter. That's the man, the myth, the legend. All right. We are ensuring that all charities get attention because for the next 24 hours, they're going to get an additional 15% on every dollar donated thanks to our friends at Webster Bank. No transaction fees thanks to our friends at the Travelers Championship. And the winner of being our neighbor today in our booth all day long is a Better Chance Glastonbury. And I have the one and only Rhonda Rawlins sitting next to me right here. Rhonda, you and I have been talking, getting to know each other all day. We've been seeing your videos. We've been hearing things and conversation about the good you do for the young men that you help through your program. For those that aren't familiar, tell us who you are and how you help.
So we are a nonprofit in Glastonbury, Connecticut under the A Better Chance umbrella. So students are identified early, like in middle school, and there's a team in New York who works with different school systems and they nominate different kids, and they have 3 paths. They could go to a private school, but it's never 100%, so the family has to be able to make up the difference. And then there's independent day school like Bronx Science Academy, and then there's us. We're a CSP, it's a community school program. These are highly ranked public high schools, and we do not charge anything for the boys to come and live at our house during the school year and attend Glastonbury High School. So there's 9 houses like ours in Connecticut. So I've been on the board, this is my 19th year.
Wow.
And it means the world to me. And these guys, the boys that come through our program are just really impressive. And you see what a difference it makes in their lives and the trust that the parents place in us, you know, to have their child live at the ABC house during the school year. They go home for the holidays.
You know what, Rhonda, if you don't mind, how do you identify these kids? How do they meet the criteria to then get to you?
Well, that's what the team in New York does.
Okay.
So these are students that are really showing a lot of promise, bright, you know, serious about their education. The parents are very much about education.
Yeah.
So then they work with them. They gather all these kids together, and they do activities and workshops and what have you. Then that way the parents know exactly what will happen, you know, what this step will be, and they recommend us, and then we compete for them. So we interview them. So they'll check off which, under the ABC umbrella, it might be private schools, it might be whatever, and then us. So we invite them to come to Glastonbury. Their parents come, and the student spends a day with one of our boys. And then I usually, and other board members come with me, we take them around Glastonbury, we take them to the house so they really understand what life is like at the ABC house and what the school offers.
Are these kids that wouldn't be exposed to this type of education if it weren't for you?
Yes. So I always say the quality of your education should not depend on your zip code.
Oh,
but
I know.
Sadly, it does.
It does, you're right.
That's the grim reality. And so it's very fulfilling, and I'm so impressed with the parents that are willing to take and entrust their child with them. So they, sign parentis and locos, so we have the legal responsibility for the care, and we take that very seriously, of course.
How can we find you online to support you, not only through Birdies for Charity for the next 24 hours, but really all year long, right?
Yep, so Glastonbury.org, GlastonburyABetterChance.org is our website. We're on Facebook as well, and on LinkedIn.
Right, so GlastonburyABC.org. And actually, whether you're watching or listening to this in the write-up, I've got a direct link up, especially for Birdies for Charity right now, because this is where you're going to earn that extra 15%, which is, you can't even put a price tag on that, right?
Exactly.
But then you've got events that are coming up to support your programs. And so before we close our conversation, what's the date and time of your next upcoming event, and how can the public be a part of it?
Okay. On September 20th, we are going to be having our 51st year. Last year we celebrated our 50th, And
You don't look a day over 49.
And we're going to do one every year now because it was successful. And it's hard for small organizations like us to compete with larger nonprofits, you know.
Yeah.
But it was very successful. So this year it's going to be on a Saturday, September 20th. It's going to be at the Glastonbury Irish American
I
Home.
love that place.
And it's going to be a murder mystery play with the Manchester Theatre Group is going to be doing that. So it should be a lot of fun. And we are going to have items for to do bids on if people wanted to help us raise more money.
Great.
So there'll be a dinner at the Irish Hall, and it's a lot of fun. And to hear, last year it was really heartwarming to hear the first guys that graduated.
Oh my gosh.
And where they went and how it changed the trajectory of their lives. It really does.
This is an organization that literally is changing lives, one kid at a time, and we need the youth to be guided and transformed because they're gonna run this, right? So you're very special people. Thank you for sharing this booth today. Congratulations on being our next door neighbor today.
Yes.
I know it's hot, but we're having a lot of fun. And actually, they brought music. They brought a great setup. So please check them out. And if you're coming to the Travelers Championship today before 6, because we're going to be in here, we're wrapping things up in this booth about 6 o'clock. You can come and say hello to us. Otherwise, you can find them online, get tickets to their event, support them, not only from Birdies for Charity, but this. But Rhonda, thanks for being here.
So, anybody could reach out on those platforms.
Fantastic. We got to smile. We got to do my TV smile. There's going to be, at the end of the day, there's going to be a contest as to who did the best TV smile, okay?
I don't know.
All right, no, you don't want to do it?
I'll do it.
Come on. You've been smiling this whole, you've got the smile. You should be on TV. Here we go, Carter, count us in.